never been anybody's Rufus. I'm Sonny Liston, I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from their club. There's no one that can match me.
My name is Not Seeing the Dream. I'm a 15-year amateur boxer, giving my views and opinions on everything boxing related. I'm here to give you guys consistent, reliable, unbiased commentary. Boxing is my passion, slaying trolls is my hobby. Hope you enjoy. Like, comment, and subscribe. Good YouTube. So today I'll be giving my official prediction for Canelo Alvarez versus Dmitry Bivol. This fight is upcoming on May 7th, this Saturday. It's going to be a good one. I see this fight as going out as a draw or a ridiculous decision for Canelo Alvarez. We already know that Canelo Alvarez, he's ducked a lot of fighters, and the fighters that he has fought are dangerous. He's always had controversial decisions against him, which had him winning the fight, even though most people felt like he was losing those fights, including the Austin Trout fight, Israel Lara fight, the Gennady Golovkin fight. Even against Floyd Mayweather, the biggest star in the sport of boxing, they had him as a majority decision, giving Canelo Alvarez rounds in that fight, which was absolutely ridiculous, considering that Floyd Mayweather dominated every round against Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is always trouble with fighters that are athletic, they can box, they have some power, and they're not willing to be scared of Canelo Alvarez, like Callum Smith, Avi Newsroom, even Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders. All those fighters were too respectful of Canelo Alvarez, not willing to actually push Canelo Alvarez against ropes and see what happens from there. I think that Dmitry Bivol is definitely the one to do it. Dmitry Bivol, he has respect for Canelo Alvarez, but not too much respect. He's going to be coming there to win, unlike Canelo Alvarez's first light heavyweight debut against Sergey Kovalev. Sergey Kovalev, one of the hardest punchers in light heavyweight division, was just simply sitting there pity-patting with Canelo Alvarez all day, not throwing any punches with any conviction. Like, he was just letting Canelo Alvarez's time, and he was throwing these weak jabs, and it made no sense to me, considering that this dude is known for brutally knocking people out. I think that he most possibly took a dive against Canelo Alvarez. It just didn't make any sense to me. But I don't think that Dmitry Bivol is coming here to take a dive. He's fought in big crowds before. I think he's coming here to win against Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, he's definitely going to have his hands full due to the combinations of Dmitry Bivol, the hand speed of Dmitry Bivol, the feints of Dmitry Bivol, the fact that Dmitry Bivol is a very, very, very good boxer, similar to Caleb Plant. But unlike Caleb Plant, he actually has the power to possibly make Canelo Alvarez hurt Canelo Alvarez or make Canelo Alvarez respect in the ring, as opposed to Caleb Plant, where Caleb Plant was landing flush shots on Canelo Alvarez and even backed up Canelo Alvarez, but he just had too much respect for Canelo Alvarez, and those shots didn't have enough power. Even though I had Caleb Plant outboxing him, I thought he was getting sloppy and started to get tired towards the later half of the fight, and that's when he started letting Canelo Alvarez take over, and then you see Canelo Alvarez brutally stop Caleb Plant. I think that Dmitry Bivol is going to be using his jab throughout this fight, going down to the body occasionally, feinting to see if Canelo Alvarez bites when Canelo Alvarez moves his head, and catching Canelo Alvarez with the overhand right, the left hook. I see him win the first 4 or 5 rounds using the jab, bounce on his toes. When Canelo Alvarez tries to back up the ropes, like setting up a body shot to time Dmitry Bivol and make Dmitry Bivol bite down on his punch to make him react. I think he's gonna counter that with a jab, with overhand right, throwing combinations. He's gonna be bouncing on his toes, like I said, not letting Canelo Alvarez back him up against the ropes. I think we're gonna see him use his uppercut to spin out of a punch, use the check hook. I think that he's going to be winning the first 4 or 5 rounds using his punch output. Then I see Dmitry Bivol losing the middle rounds. I see that Canelo Alvarez starts to get more and more aggressive. He starts to slip more of Dmitry Bivol's shots, go down to the body, throw the left hook to the liver, catch Dmitry Bivol with the uppercut, considering that Dmitry Bivol has a high guard, and everybody knows that a high guard's weakness is a uppercut, okay? And I see that Canelo Alvarez, we see him like fake a left hook to the body, come over with the left hook, and I see him come with the right hook, throwing combinations down to the body, occasionally kept catching Dmitry Bivol in the center of the ropes, unloading combinations to head and to the body. But I see that Dmitry Bivol, as later rounds go on, he starts to get more and more aggressive. He starts to back up Canelo Alvarez at some point, and I think that Canelo Alvarez is going to be surprised against Dmitry Bivol, because Dmitry Bivol, like I said, he has respect for Canelo Alvarez, but not too respectful. And I think that he's going to even, back up Canelo Alvarez against ropes a couple times throughout this fight and tee off on Canelo Alvarez. And maybe we might even see Canelo Alvarez in trouble. This is not the rest of these fights where we think that, Canelo Alvarez has a predetermined chance. This is an actual dangerous fight for Canelo Alvarez, considering that Dmitry Bivol is a very, very skilled boxer, and he's a big fighter. He comes from the light heavyweight division, 175-pound division. So I see Dmitry Bivol winning the majority of this fight, 7 rounds to 5, 8 rounds to 4, outpunching Canelo Alvarez, throwing combinations and spurts, not letting Canelo Alvarez tee off on him against the ropes. backing up Canelo Alvarez into ropes a couple times throughout the fight. But I see this fight mainly going in the center of the ring, where we see both fighters throwing combinations. Canelo Alvarez slipping shots and countering Dmitry Bivol. But it's going to be a very good fight. I hope Dmitry Bivol can win if he has a dominant performance against Canelo Alvarez, or a competitive fight, but where most people thought that he won the fight. But, I just think it's going to be a draw, because I think that this fight is going to be extremely competitive. But I see Dmitry Bivol winning this fight due to the fact that he's big, he can box very well, and he's not flat-footed like the rest of these fighters against Canelo Alvarez. But I see this fight most likely being a draw, similar to the Gennady Golovkin fight, where most people thought that Gennady Golovkin, he won the fight against Canelo Alvarez. I hope that Dmitry Bivol can get the decision, but we don't know. Canelo Alvarez judges are extremely corrupt, like I said. But I think that Canelo Alvarez is going to struggle, like I said, with the boxing ability, the power, the speed of Dmitry Bivol. And who knows? Anything can happen in the sport of boxing. Nobody is unbeatable, and anything can happen. We already seen that Andy Ruiz, he beat Anthony Joshua, and nobody thought that was going to happen. Andy Ruiz was a fat, overweight dude, and he somehow come in there and managed to knock Anthony Joshua down 4 times after coming back from getting knocked down. So I think that anything can happen in the sport of boxing. But I definitely can't wait to see this fight happen, though. But I'm leaning towards Dmitry Bivol to outbox Canelo Alvarez for the majority of this fight. But to wrap this up, this is Naseem the Dream, rocking his head next to sleep. I'll holler at y'all another one. Peace.